Hello, everyone. This is EB, the original master, and it is a Saturday morning. Today it is October 21st, and you know what that means? That means it is time for another SpongeBob review. That's right. We actually got in a new episode this morning. Teacher's Pest and Krabby Patty Creature Feature, and I'll be here to provide you guys a review for this episode, giving out my thoughts on the episodes and my overall rating for them as of now. The first segment was Teacher's Pest. I was hoping Krabby Patty Creature Feature would be the first segment, but I guess I was wrong. And this episode wasn't that much amusing because when I first saw the episode, there really wasn't that much funny things going on in the episode. Most of the scenes were pretty repetitive most of the time, with Mr. Krabs and Plankton driving around in the road and whatnot. But yeah, basically, Mr. Krabs is like driving to work while shaving, and Plankton decides to like drive in a tank for some odd reason, which I don't know why. But yeah, so the whole beginning of the episode was Mr. Krabs and Plankton driving recklessly, and so they end up going to the boating school because the police officers found out what happened. So this entire episode was basically Mr. Krabs and Plankton competing to amaze Mrs. Puff, who is the boating school instructor. The Good Noodles board from New Student Starfish makes a return in this episode as a reference. And if you guys didn't know how that worked, if you do something good, you'll get a gold star. And of course, SpongeBob had a spaz attack when he realized that his gold star was taken away from that episode. Mrs. Puff actually showed like a driving video or something that had SpongeBob in it. Of course, SpongeBob driving recklessly. I mean, it's the same old boating school related stuff of the characters driving recklessly and stuff. It's nothing new, but what this is a nice change. But the whole execution really wasn't that great. I only laughed at a few jokes in this episode, and that was about it. This episode had few little jokes, not laugh out loud jokes. I actually did found the ending to be pretty funny. Of SpongeBob just ramming into the back of the boatmobile and just seeing a nuclear explosion, a realistic explosion. And the ending was pretty disturbing to see Mr. Krabs, Plankton, and SpongeBob morphed in together. Kind of reminded me of the ending of Squid Bob Tentacle Pants from the fourth season. Overall, this episode really wasn't that great. It was a meh rating. Don't get me wrong, the concept was great, but the whole execution really wasn't that good. So I have to give Teacher's Pest a 5 out of 10 in my rating. Yes, I'll give it a 5. I was going to give it a 6, but I'll just give it a 5. But not as good as the sister episode, Krabby Patty Teacher. Yeah, I said teacher. Jesus. Sorry about that. Krabby Patty Creature Feature. Now, this episode was a whole lot better than this first episode. In this episode, Mr. Krabs creates a new formula sample with the help of Sandy because these customers actually wants a new change to the Krabby Patties, basically. So Sandy helps out by making these new formula to the Krabby Patty, which is this orange morphic Krabby Patty. They eat the patties and they turn into these gigantic Krabby Patty zombie monsters, and SpongeBob's the only one to stop it. Problems with this episode: the two hipster fish, the two radical fishes. I'm gonna call them radical because that's how cool people will say it. They had smartphones. I don't know why. I mean, they really need to stop with the smartphones because Nickelodeon is really using them to the point where it's not interesting. But yeah, that was my only problem with the episode, was them using the smartphones. Other than that, this episode had lots of great visuals of the Krabby Patty monsters. I also loved the Bubble Bass joke of the pickles because when Bubble Bass saw Mr. Krabs, he realized that he was used pickles in this hideous looking costume. So basically, Bubble Bass thought Mr. Krabs was in a costume over the fact that he was actually a Krabby Patty monster. So in order to turn everybody back to normal, SpongeBob realized that the chum from the chum bucket turns everyone back to normal. So what happens, they eat the chum, they vomit out the Krabby Patties that they ate, and then that's how they reverse the spell of the Krabby Patties that Mr. Krabs made along with Sandy's help. The ending of the episode was pretty okay. Everything was back to normal. It's weird because as when everybody left the chum bucket at the end of the episode, it was already daytime, but throughout the episode, it was taking place in a nighttime setting. But yeah, and then Patrick just shows up at the ending and he takes a piece of his body and says, "Have some." He just throws a piece of Krabby Patty at the viewers, ending Krabby Patty Creature Feature. This episode was a lot better than Teacher's Pest. I love the visuals. I love the pickles reference from Bubble Bass. This episode was a really nice, enjoyable watch. Oh yeah, another problem that I had with this episode was the awkward laughing segment when SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs were about to sell the Krabby Patty or give the Krabby Patty to the customer, the two radical fishes. I mean, it kind of reminded me of Face Freeze, and I thought that scene was pretty pointless. Yeah, it was pretty pointless. But yeah, so basically, Teacher's Pest and Krabby Patty Creature Feature had some filler in them, but Krabby Patty Creature Feature, at the end, it was a good episode. 9 out of 10. Well, hope you guys enjoyed my review for Teacher's Pest and Krabby Patty Creature Feature. I guess I'll see you guys next time with another SpongeBob review when a new one comes out in the next month with Squidnor, Stuck in the Roof, No Pictures Please, and many more. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.